It's been 6 months since I released my video, 5 reasons I left Australia, and frankly, for a channel as small as mine, as of the time being, the video kind of blew up. I'm sitting on 9,000 views, if not more, hundreds of comments. A lot of people are interacting, and I hear you, and I see you, and I've been reading all your comments, and apart from few racist comments that didn't contribute at all to the conversation, a lot of people felt like me and shared the same reasons. And frankly, I wanted to keep that video very short, so I didn't list all the reasons I had in my mind, but you guys shared a lot of them in the comments. So for anyone wondering, please read that comments. I'll share the link here for the video. So for anyone who hasn't seen it, you can go back and watch it. We all seem to agree on one thing. Australia is not what it used to be, driven by politics, rising cost of living, cost of housing and rental. So I have decided to, obviously, as you all know, sell all my stuff and leave the country, and I'm gonna share the journey and create a mini series here where I'm talking about what countries I've visited, the challenges, the cons and pros of living in those countries. Good morning, Thailand.
Show me the money, Rami. Show.
It feels like we're going to a secret stash.
مرحبا انسان سبق انسان
Assalamu alaikum. Alright guys, we're in Amalfi. We're gonna take a ferry and go to the casino. Starting to feel the waves. It's been a long day. Welcome to Greece. Before we dive into it, please hit the subscribe button and hit that bell, turn it on. It will help my channel immensely. Let's go, let's grow together. It's a visa nightmare we faced trying to apply for European visa for Italy and Greece. What happened when I left Australia? Let's tell you the story. I was living in Gold Coast for the last 5 years. My lease was coming to an end. And as everyone knows in Queensland and in Australia, they kept upping the rental every 6 months, and then at the end every year once they passed a new legislation in Queensland. My last apartment in Gold Coast wasn't that great, and when they upped it for $600 a week, I just said, you know what, I don't feel like living this life anymore. I'm getting scammed. Me and my wife agreed it's time to go and fulfill our dream of traveling and maybe find a new home in Europe or elsewhere. We don't have kids. We can work from online. It's a struggle, it's a challenge, but we can do it. We took the risk and we started selling all our appliances. Whatever we couldn't sell, which is most of the house, we just donated it to the Salvos and other organizations. And let me tell you, it was like Christmas came early for them. Brand new shoes, brand new clothes, kitchen items, whatever you can imagine. Quilts, dunas, anything. It's all was brand new, 3-4 years old. We've donated everything. When I lived in occupied Palestine and I went to study in Italy, I applied for a student visa. I applied for a meeting in the consulate for the visa, and it took 1 to 2 weeks to get the meeting and another 5 days to get the visa. Sometimes they issue the visas on the spot. So in my head, I thought they're gonna give us the same treatment, right? We got out of the rental. It was a nightmare getting rid of everything and the bond cleaning and everything. It took us so long, selling the cars, the bicycles, everything we had. We finally got out, and I went and stayed with my friend in New South Wales for the time being, and then I started researching the visas. And here where I started freaking out, okay? I went to the website of the Italian embassy in Queensland, and the only appointment they had were 6 months in advance. And get that, you can't apply for any other embassy unless you're resident in that state. So I couldn't apply in Sydney, I couldn't apply in Melbourne, I had to apply only in Queensland. 6 months, that means that I can't leave for Europe and fulfill my dream for 6 months. That's crazy. So we thought about, okay, we're not sure if we're gonna live in Italy, but that visa is gonna give us time there. Let's try Greece, because that's on the list of places we wanted to go to. We made a list. We called the Greek embassy, same issue, 4 months, 4 months. 4 months wait, not to get the visa, but to get the appointment. And you had no idea how long they're gonna make you wait to get the visa. And that put us in a pickle. We freaked out bad, guys. I can't tell you how much it was freaky and stressful. We didn't know what to do. So we have no house, we have no cars, we're staying at a friend's house, obviously paying rent. But we didn't realize we're gonna have to wait this long, and obviously we weren't welcomed for this long. So we started researching, and we found out that in Victoria there were 2 appointments in the Italian embassy that are available for next month, so around December. So we've decided to go and live at Amanda's parents and move our residency from Queensland to Melbourne, which means going to the government, change the address in the government website. We went and stayed the month thinking that, okay, we'll get an appointment and we'll get the visa. Even this procedure was hell, guys, okay? My appointment came and I was applying for a working holiday visa because I was still under 35. And Amanda's 2 years older than me, so she couldn't apply for the same visa. So she applied for a Digital Nomad visa, which is a much better visa because you can renew it every year for up to 3 years, while the working holiday is only for 1 year. The requirements were absurd for the Digital Nomad, but for the working holiday, it was straightforward. Show that you have proof of income, show a couple of documents. I applied for it. They still made me wait weeks before getting it because they didn't work properly over Christmas. It was straightforward from there. Just wait, get the visa, I've got mine. Backtracking, fast tracking, we went to apply for Amanda's visa. We went and gave them every document that's listed on their website. Everything, guys, everything. And it was heaps of documents. And they wanted Amanda's studies and Amanda's university degrees, and they wanted it translated, which I had to do. And they wanted apostille, which is ridiculously expensive in Australia. Apostille, it means they just go to the government and they have to sign the documents as to verify that it's real. In Europe, apostille costs $10 per document. In Australia, $100. And we had to apostille a lot of documents. So it costed us hundreds of dollars to apostille them. So we showed proof of income. We even paid for a life insurance for half a year, which cost us thousands of dollars. And then they wanted to see a rental contract in Italy. Now, you're not allowed to go to Italy to get the rental contract. No, you need to find a rental contract from here in Australia. We started calling landlords. No one wanted to hear about us. They didn't trust us. They didn't want to rent the places out. And even if someone agreed, they started trying to jib us up the prices, triple the prices, because, hey, take it or leave it, they said. So after a month of battling, I found a friend who has a house and allowed me to make a contract where you don't have to pay monthly rent. He will host you, but he will register in the tax department in Italy. And that's what one of the requirements. Register the contract in the tax department. I went back and forward to the embassy, which was 1 hour away through traffic, every time to make sure that this type of contract is allowed. The guy that worked on our visa said this kind of contract was 100% allowed, and as long as I get it, register it, you are okay and you can get your visa. Fast forward to my friend doing it, we waited another 2 weeks. That's been already 2 months in Melbourne waiting. The patience of my in-law was growing thinner and thinner. They didn't expect us to stay 2 months at their house. And basically, we finally got that contract, and I had to pay for it $400, 200 something euros to register with the tax department. I got the contract, right? As per usual, we slept really late and we woke up really late. 9:30 we woke up. We need to be at the consulate before midday. I'm going to collect my visa and we're going to give them the last document that Amanda was missing, that it took us so long to obtain. And I'm so grateful that we obtained it, yeah? And you know what the funny part is? We don't even know if we're going to live in Italy long term. But don't tell that to anyone. But we obtained it and now we're gonna drop it there. And hopefully, finger crossed, inshallah, 1 week from here, we'll hear from them to come collect the visa and we'll just get moving. And this sparks a lot of excitement in my heart. So, it's summer now in Melbourne. As you can clearly see, I'm in my summer gear. We went to the embassy, I got my visa, so Italy is coming. We handed the documents for Amanda, the last contract document, and we'll hope to hear soon from them. The guy was really confused in the embassy. He's like, what is this? Where are your payments? Hopefully, this is the last thing that they'll ask, and whether it's the last thing or not, Amanda will have her visa within the week. I have my visa, and we need to fly. That's it. We are just gonna fly and gonna go and live in Italy for a year and see what's gonna happen from there. And this is really exciting because, I don't know, man, we've been in Australia for 6 years and honestly, It's time to move on. We want something fresh and new, and we want to go back to Europe.
Still waiting for mine, of course.
Well, we're halfway there. So, and there's progress that has been done, so that's good. So let's see what happens now, okay? We took the contract and we went to the embassy. And behold, they changed our agent. The guy that was working on our file, or on my wife's file, flew back to Italy, and they brought a new guy from Italy. The moment I handed him the contract, he's like, where's the payment? I'm like, this is a contratto di uso gratuito, which is legal in Italy. It means I have a contract registered legally, like you told me to do. I paid for the registration, and that's what it says. He's like, no, that's not acceptable. Let me control and I'll get back to you. He made us wait 3 days, and he got back to us in an email and says, we don't accept this contract. You need to get a normal contract with monthly payment. I'm like, what about the 200 euro I just spent on this contract after you guys told me it's acceptable? He's like, not my problem. Without that, we can't proceed with the visa. So we already paid $200 each for our visas. We already paid 200 euros for this contract, hundreds of dollars for apostille. So we're already out of pocket like $1,000 something just to get this bloody visa. Guys, we wanted to explode. We didn't know what to do. So I kept looking and I kept trying to find a rental. Eventually we found one after a month, and we made a contract, and we took that contract, and we were shivering. And I want to show you the footage now, I'll post it, of what happened when we got it. The embassy finally told us to come pick Amanda's visa to Italy, the Digital Nomad. So we're going there now. They asked us to drop more documents. We're gonna head there now and see if we're really gonna get it. Please God, please be it.
I don't want to say anything. Guys, I just got my Digital Nomad visa. Everyone I spoke to said they don't know anyone that's got this. And honestly, it was so hard. It took months and months of I went to the library like 50,000 times to print documents and prepare documents. And I was so nervous. My heart was like gonna jump out of my chest. And we went there, we got in, and the guy was like, can you wait a moment? We need to, my passport wasn't even ready. And I'm like, oh my God.
Did he just print it?
No, like they had it aside.
Because he wanted more documents.
Yes. So he was like, they're like, wait. And I'm like, fuck. Anyway, and then when they came out, he told me some stuff, like that they might need extra documents, but he gave me my passport. And I feel so relieved. And I don't even think it's really like hitting me like that I've got it yet and that I'm gonna go there. Like it hasn't hit me, but I feel at ease knowing that I can go and live there if I want. And I have this visa, and all our efforts and our time, it just shows you that if you really, really want something,
you can make it happen.
You can do it.
You can make it happen, yeah. Yeah, guys, it's been hurdles. It's been hard. They told us to do something that cost us hundreds of dollars, and then they changed their mind. So we're always stressed about are they gonna accept us or not, and they finally did. So guess what? We're coming to Italy. How you feeling? You're free. This cheeky girl freaked the shit out of me. She came and told me no, she didn't get it. I was stressed out. But you know what? Doesn't matter that she teased me, we got it, and that's all that matters. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Why are we so excited? Yes, we have Australian passports. We are Australian citizens. We can go to Europe for 3 months. But the issue is, once you go to Europe for 3 months in a Schengen zone, in the Schengen area, you have to get out for 3 months from the whole Schengen area. I'll give you an example. If you go to Italy for 3 months on your visa, once you stay there for 3 months, you can't just simply cross to France or Germany or anywhere in the Schengen area. For another 3 months, you have to get out completely from the area. All in all, it took us 3 months to get the visa. Mind you, while we're in this procedure, remember we had an appointment with the Greek embassy? So we were reaching our appointment. Our appointment was 1st of March. We're almost reaching there. We said, okay, worst case scenario, we'll just go and apply for the Greek embassy because they're more kind of lenient on the requirement of the contract, because it was really difficult to get that contract. we get a call from the Greek embassy 3 weeks before the appointment. Mr. Rami and Miss Amanda Tony, we are informing you that the guy who you had the appointment with quit, so you have to call back and schedule for a new appointment. I'm like, what does it mean he quit? Can't you just put us with another guy? She's like, no. And I'm like, can you schedule a new appointment with that call? No, you have to call again. We called again. The next available appointment with the Greek embassy was 6 months in advance. Guys, let me tell you, it's a nightmare. Be prepared for it. If you are planning to do what we are doing, make sure to apply for the visas in advance, month in advance. Even if you lose months on your visa, even if you get your visa and you still have 3 months in Australia and you're gonna lose this time in Europe, just apply for it in advance. You don't want to go through this. We were heartbroken, but even when we felt that it was impossible, and they told us in the Italian embassy, this visa is almost impossible to get. We only issued one visa like this year. We still persevered and we got it. Finally, this story doesn't even make justice for the visa. But I just want to tell you, don't make the mistakes I've done. Be more organized. I can't believe I'm saying that. And our first stop is gonna be Thailand. And we flew to Phuket. And next episode, I'm gonna share our experience in Phuket. But for now, you can watch this video of 5 reasons why I wouldn't go as a tourist to Phuket. And this video, a street interview I did in Patong, talking to couples and asking them, would you let your partner come to this Sin Street alone? And you can watch this video of how long can your $100 go in 1 day, including accommodation in Phuket. Stay tuned. Keep an eye for the next episode where I talk about living in Thailand, visas, and how is the culture. And I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. See you next time.